Season's greetings to everyone, and to those who don't observe, I hope you're having a good day regardless. Maybe you've come across a box of great presents that you've been waiting for so long, or just come across some good old relaxation and just fun in general on a day that's meant for that. Now, on this day, I hope you'll join me in this video as I go a little thematically into the top 5 snow cards in Modern. And this is going to take into account like the history of the cards and their general playability in decks and just being iconic in general. So come take a ride, take a seat, and let's relax and enjoy a good old list. Now, if you want to see more videos like this, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. More top 5s and just more discussion style videos outside of gameplay. Let me know in the comment section down below. But first and foremost, I will not be mentioning really in the list any one of the snow lands. They're obvious shoe-ins. It's like kind of making like the most busted cycles in Modern, and like the fetch lands are obviously just going to be at the top regardless. They will always be at the top. You are objectively wrong if you think there are stronger cycles in Modern or Legacy or anything than the fetch land. So it's kind of just irrelevant to mention lands. Just mana is one of the more powerful things in Magic in general, so let's just keep it where it is. At number 5, the most, I guess, well, 2 cards here from number 5 and number 4 that kind of stay a little bit out of the realm of possibility for people, but actually have a lot of playability in Abominable Treefolk, a card that actually saw relevant play here and there. It was actually a really powerful ability. First of all, 4 mana for a trample with snow equal to the number of snow permanents you control, got powerful relatively each and every turn, and actually has a really powerful enter the battlefield effect, tapping out a really powerful blocker or just a problematic attacker that doesn't untap after that. A lot of control can be found in a card like this, and if you don't believe me, it was found in a list just like this with other notable snow cards that we may be mentioning later in the video, such as Ice-Fang Coatl. And just a lot of powerful control aspects in this deck. Now, a big part of this deck was really just based around Wrenn and 6. You're playing a 5-color package with fetches to get other stuff like volatile fjords and everything and the ice tunnels. But regardless, a lot of basics, a lot of colors, and a lot of things that you can do with a list like this. But lists like this don't really exist. You'll notice cards like Cryptic Command in there. And remember when a card like the Royal Scions was a good card? Like, this was actually a legitimate threat in Death Shadow. Like, giving a creature +2/+0 first rank and trample was insane. And if you don't believe me, Grixis Death Shadow was playing this. Here's a legitimate list that 5-0'd. Like, actually, you're playing Kroxa, Ragavans, and there's like a 1-of Scion in there along with like a Kaido. So Modern was in a different place. This is a different era, but regardless, the Royal Scions, and then Jace the Mind Sculptor. For those of you who are non-believers, I get it, Jace is a meme now, but like even the most recent Modern Challenge had like a winning deck list with like 2 Jaces in there. So it's like a legitimate win con. It's not like a meme card. But anyway, Abominable Treefolk, sorry. Relevant Magic card at some point. Snow creature, definitely one of the top 5 snow cards in general in Modern right now. At number 4, we are going to be talking about Dead of Winter, a card that actually surprisingly still has a level of relevance. Like, it was in the list that I just showed. It is actually a relatively interesting board wipe. Now, it's not destroy all creatures. The -X equals the number of snow permanents you control. It doesn't really beat everything. In order to even kill like an Amulet Titan, you have to get like 6 permanents. So you have to have like a Coatl and like a couple of lands, and you actually have to get pretty far and built up. But there's a lot of synergies with it. Now, bringing back the list that I was just talking about, it's played in the sideboard here. It's like a 1-of. It probably could have gone up more, but again, Modern was in a different place, and they actually get up pretty dang large, especially with Ice-Fang Coatls and the Treefolks and the lands themselves. It can actually become relatively powerful, and especially with the lands themselves being duals, like there's a lot of ways to just play a multicolor mana base and take advantage of a card like this. And especially with the creatures themselves, you have to note that these creatures are XX equals the number of snow permanents you control, but the board wipe itself says where X is the number of snow permanents you control, but all non-snow creatures. So your own creatures actually were protected from it. So this is going to gain big points for me. This is going to be more, just better, higher than Abominable Snowman, because Abominable Snowfolk, because it actually just doesn't kill it, which is really nice. It's when you're playing snow, you're playing it as a package, and it's nice to have synergies and cards that synergize with the plan that you already have. You don't destroy your own things. One-sided board wipes are always interesting. So there's that. At number 3, we're going to be talking about Skred. Now, a card that generally is not higher up on the list. And I'm saying this just because of its general playability. Okay, it's a staple across many formats. It's a recognizable card, and that's why it gains so many points for me. It's not at number 5 because of the playability aspect, but because of the notoriety. When a lot of people think of Snow, a lot of modern franchise players, they will actually think of Skred because this is historically one of the better payoffs for it. A very powerful removal spell. Skred Red is actually the last deck list according to Goldfish that was registered. 66th place in a regional qualifier, and this was back in July 30th of 2022. So this card is just like not playable at all. This is mono red. You're playing like Koth, Chandra, Dress to Kill, like wild stuff. So Skred was relevant here. Not really that relevant anymore, but Skred Red is here. There's a lot of powerful cards in here. I mean, you're playing a full Snow mana base, no fetches though, because you're playing a bunch of main board Blood Moons. So why play that? Like, okay, just Skred. And in Jeskai Ephemerate in Pauper, this is obviously like a staple in that format. Skred is a legitimately powerful removal spell because the creatures can get large, but they're like really like 4/4s and 5/5s. So that's actually a really reasonable ask out of something like Skred, especially in the late game. If you're using cards like Lightning Bolt as well, it's actually a legitimate ask. So Skred at number 3. At number 2, the card that I want to talk about is Ice-Fang Coatl, a card that is really recognizable coming out of the Modern Horizons set. Flash flying, replacing itself off a draw, and potentially just being a removal spell if you have 3 or more other Snow permanents. And the Ice-Fang Coatl, just such an iconic card for so long. Take a look at this 4-color combo list that October 20th of 2023, just this, a couple months ago, seeing play here in a Saheeli Shell with a 5-color mana base in Snow. You might as well take advantage of some of the things that the Snow package can do, and they decided to do that with the Coatl itself. And you're specifically playing it for the Coatl at the end of the day. There isn't really a necessarily other reason to be playing it. You're playing it for the redraw as a removal spell. And just taking a look at this, you have the combo itself, the Elish Norn in there, the Saheeli Rai, 1 ring for value, Ren in 6, like the whole 4 or 5 color packages there. So it's interesting to see that people still value the Ice-Fang Coatl, what it provides in terms of being a redraw, removal spell, a flash option. It's really cool, and it's actually available in Soul Herder lists as well. That's another list I didn't showcase here, but still is being posted. It's a really good just target to be flickered, because look, when it enters the battlefield, not when it's cast or whatever, cast from your hand, not like the 1 ring. Ice-Fang Coatl enters the battlefield, draws a card, good flicker target, good removal spell, and instant speed to just destroy a creature. Nowadays, our interaction is our creatures, so you're not really messing around with combat that much. Like, your creatures are removing things. They're not removing things through combat. So Coatl a little outclassed, but still an iconic Snow card. Now, at number 1, the last card I want to talk about is On Thin Ice. Now, a lot of people might be surprised, why didn't I put Ice-Fang Coatl at number 1? And On Thin Ice, I give it big points for 2 reasons. So firstly, talking about the card, Enchant Snow Land. This is very reminiscent of a card like Chain to the Rocks, where you enchant a mountain and you do the same thing. You exile a creature an opponent controls until Chain to the Rocks leaves the battlefield. Here, it even says until an opponent controls. So you're not hitting your own creatures and then like doing a pseudo bounce where you like hit your own creature and then destroy the other thing. You're not doing any of that, right? So very reminiscent of Chain to the Rocks, but played in Enchantress. Being an enchantment, being a removal spell, and being highly synergistic. I'm putting it up here because it is, registering results in Modern, not only in just being a Snow card and being recent, but also powerful enough in terms of its types to actually have relevance in non-Snow archetypes. You are playing this in packages that require it as an enchantment. So really powerful in that aspect. So I like to see On Thin Ice at number 1, available and ready to take over the Modern metagame as an enchantment. So that's my top Snow card in the Modern metagame. Now let me know what you think of this list down below, and then heck, if you have no thoughts on the video whatsoever, let me know about what you're doing today on this great day, on this holiday, on this relaxing day. You open some good gifts, you just finding something fun to do, hanging out with your family, whatever it is. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. And until the next time, enjoy some time off.